What's good, guys? So today I have a different type of video for you guys. So it's not your, on my channel, I like to post kind of lifestyle, beauty, fashion, a lot of hauls. But something that I had told you guys that I wanted to start incorporating into my channel, after I had returned from, a lot of years of not filming videos, was that I kind of wanted to incorporate things that I didn't before, things that maybe were kind of, how do I explain it? Like, not bad, but that maybe I didn't feel comfortable talking about, because I wanted to just really stay true to myself. And I didn't just want to make content only that was like beauty, lifestyle, fashion related, even though I love making, look, don't get me wrong, I love making content like that. But I also wanted to incorporate more content that I really like, that really resonates with me and that I kind of want to talk about and share with you guys. Today's video, I want to talk about things that have helped my mental health, really things that have really contributed to my mental health getting better. I do have a list and everything like that. So if you guys see me looking at like a little sticky note, it's because I have some things written down so that I don't go off topic or into a big tangent. But I do want to start off with a disclaimer and saying that, everybody's individual to like what works for them and what doesn't work for them. So just because something works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, or just because something didn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. And a lot of these things have been trial and error for me, and it took me a while to kind of discover what worked for me and what didn't work for me. And I'm constantly being open to changing these things. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'll kind of go into, and I don't have a specific order for these things. I just kind of wrote them down, but they're not really in any specific order of how they've helped my mental health. I feel like they've all equally contributed to my mental health getting better. I just kind of randomly jotted that down, but just wanted to say that. So the first thing that really has significantly helped my mental health has been going to therapy. Going to therapy consistently. So, I had previously gone to therapy before this. So I had gone to therapy, I want to say probably like 2 or 3 other times in my lifetime that I felt like I needed therapy. So I had gone to therapy. But the last time I had gone to therapy from this had been a couple of years ago. So it had been a while since I had gone to therapy. But going to therapy has really significantly helped my mental health, because I feel like it's a place where I can go talk to somebody and they have a very like neutral, like, kind of stance. I think when you go to like a therapist, it really gives you a place where you're not really getting judged and you're really able to talk about your problems. And they almost kind of like, they kind of like just kind of give you that push so that you can solve the problem on your own, but you have a place to talk about it. So I think that has been really helpful for me to have a therapist. It's really helped me be able to like have somebody who I can go to and kind of just like problem solve my problems, or just sometimes fucking vent. Like sometimes I just have a hard day and I just like blabber like during that therapy session and I just let it out. I cry, and it just feels good to have that space. The second thing that has significantly helped my mental health has been, so I'm going to call her, I'm obviously not going to share her name, just out of respect for her and for her privacy. And because I don't know if she's comfortable with me sharing her name and stuff like that. That's why I'm not going to share her name. So I'm just going to call her, I guess for the lack of better terms, a healer, because she has just been amazing in my life. The type of work that her and I do, and she's almost having, yes, we talk a lot about like things that maybe I talk about in therapy as well, but I don't even know how to describe it. She has just been she has been so helpful in my mental health journey. Like, she has helped me through so many things. She has helped me see things from a different perspective. She has made me a lot more confident. Like she just has allowed me to view things in a very different way. And she has allowed me to view life as like basically energy, and that, life is in constant change. That's why when I was telling you guys about that, that's actually something that she had told me. She does a lot more, but it's just like, out of respect for her, I'm just not going to share everything, obviously. But we do a lot in our sessions, and I just think she's amazing, and she has just really helped me in my mental health journey. The third thing that has helped me in my mental health journey, these kind of go hand in hand, but doing movement every day. And I'm not telling you like, oh my God, you got to go to the gym, you got to make 30 minutes. If that's not something that you're okay with, that's fine. But getting some sort of movement in. So for me, like getting movement is going out like on a daily walk, doing some Pilates or doing some yoga. That has really been helping me. I actually really, really love to walk, so I walk a lot, but doing movement has helped me, and specifically doing movement outside. So getting fresh air, being connected to nature. I really like, going hiking, going to the beach. Those are kind of the places where I feel like I just feel more connected, and I just feel like I can kind of forget about the worries that I have. So those are two like kind of things that go intertwined that have really helped my mental health. Another thing is getting good quality sleep. So this is kind of hard, and I'll be completely honest, like I'm still struggling with this, because I know a lot of the times they tell you like, oh, you should get like at least like 7 to 8 hours to sleep, but it can be kind of difficult, you know what I mean? Like sometimes like people are busy, sometimes people have like they work shifts that are like graveyard, so it kind of messes up their sleep schedule and stuff like that. But find a routine that works for you, like a nighttime routine, and get into the habit of going to sleep at the same time, even on the weekends, and then waking up, because that has actually really, really helped my mental health. So for me, like no later than like 9:30, I'm already like laying in my bed, already have like, like have had my tea, have, taken a shower and all of that stuff. And I'm like ready to kind of be in my Zen mode. And then I don't go on my phone after 9:30, unless it's on the weekends. Sometimes I'll be honest, I'm a little bit on it. But getting good quality sleep has really, really helped my mental health. Another thing that has helped me is meditating and breathing. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not the best at this. It's like I still have a really long way to go with meditating and breathing. But what I do, at least for myself, that really, really tends to help me is I do 3 big belly breaths before I get up from bed. I just do 3, and then if I'm like, for example, like at work or something like that, and I'm getting like kind of like overwhelmed, I just take a second to at least do another 3 like big breaths, and that helps. So doing that, meditating, I will be honest with you guys, meditating for me is a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder for me to kind of like zen out, or like, I don't know, just kind of stay still sometimes, but it has helped me. I like to do guided meditations because I feel like doing meditation by myself, I just can't focus. So I typically do like guided meditations, and I just look them up on YouTube. Sorry, I know this is really long and I'm trying not to make it really long, but I have a couple more for you guys. Self-care. Self-care has been literally so important in my mental health. Like before, I used to not really take care of myself, and I used to think self-care for myself was shopping. Like that's what I thought self-care was. And don't get me wrong, I do like to shop, and sometimes I like to, go and buy stuff and, give me a little Target therapy, retail therapy, but that's not all that self-care is to me. Like now I realize that there's other things that I can do to really care for myself and show myself that I care, because what would happen is that, I would go shopping and then I would get like that dopamine high, and then, the next day, the same feeling. And it's just a constant go of like shopping. So I try to incorporate things, every day I do something for myself, big or small, that is showing myself doing a self-care. So now I'm like, sometimes, I take a really, really like for me, like I used to not think about this, but for me, a really, really thing that I can incorporate into my everyday life that I feel like is a good self-care for me is either like a really like nice, like 30-minute to 1 hour walk outside, like with the sun hitting my face, or near the beach where I can smell like the salty water, or taking a really, really long hot shower. Those are 2 things that for me like are like self-care things that, are free and don't cost, well, I mean, you got to pay for water, but whatever. Like that are free and that I can do for myself every day to care for myself. And then there's times when I do other things that are self-care that, do cost money. Like there's times when, like I want to give myself, I saw like that really nice perfume and I want to buy myself that. Or like now lately, I've been like, sometimes I've been going to get massages because I really like getting massages. So I do that like, occasionally, every couple of months or so if I can or something like that. Having a good support system, you don't have to have a huge support system, but I think if you have, even if it's just like one, two, three little people that you can count on, having people that support you. For me, that was huge in my mental health journey, like having people that I could really talk to and rely on. I am lucky to have, I'm lucky to have a partner that's very, very understanding. My partner, Diaz, like I've told you guys, I have someone who really supports me and encourages me and wants the best for me. And that's been amazing. Like when you have a partner that's like that, that really can help, that can really like help you. And something that helped me so much because he creates a safe space for me to be me. You know what I mean? Like he creates a safe space for me to be able to vent, for me to be able to feel like when I feel like shit, he's not like, okay, like, come on, time to feel good. Like, no, like he allows me to feel like shit and creates that safe space. I also, have family that really cares about me. And during that hard time, they were really there for me, my grandma, my mom, my brother, we're different. We have different age gaps and stuff like that. All of them were very supportive in their own way when I was going through this. I had friends that called me and checked in on me. Hey, how are you doing? They texted me that I really appreciated. So I don't have like a huge support system, but I think that the small people that I have that support me really showed out for me and really showed that they cared for me and that they wanted me to get better. Sorry, I don't want to cry. But I think I'm just okay. Trying to hold back the tears because I don't have waterproof mascara and we all don't want me to look like bloody black eyes right now. But it just makes me emotional because I'm just really grateful for that. I feel like I don't feel like there's really like, it's like it's true what people tell you que cuando like, when everything's all good for you, like you have a lot of friends, and I say friends, but I mean like friends, family, like, they're like people. Everyone ahí está pa ti, but when shit hits the fan and when things are bad, that's who you're really gonna know, like who are your people, who are the people you can rely on, because when shit hits the fan, not a lot of people are there for you. So I just really have, I'm just really grateful to have the people that were there for me, be there for me and still be there for me. That was huge. I think that out of everything on this list, if anything, I think that was probably one of the, like, I know I said that these were equal, but like that was one of the biggest things that has helped me during my mental health, to have a support system. Like I didn't feel alone. And sometimes, especially with mental health is tricky because it can make you feel like you're by yourself and you have nobody and nobody cares about you. But those people that were there for me reminded me like, yo, I care about you. I love you. You matter. Like what you're going through, you're going to make it out. Like, and like the people that were there for me were really like, you know what? Like, I remember one of the things that was huge for me was that I remember when I was going through this, and I'm gonna share it because I know she's okay with me sharing this. My grandma was like, I felt like shit, bro. And I was like, dude, like, I don't know, my mental health, like, I don't know if it's going to get better. I feel like I'm getting worse. And like, I was just kind of seeing tunnel vision and seeing downwards. And I remember my grandma told me, she was like, mija, like, no te vas a ir para abajo. Like, I don't care how long it takes you to get better, like your mental health to get better. Like, I'm going to be here for you. Like, no importa cuánto tiempo tome, aquí voy a estar yo. And dude, like, to tell you guys that, like, when people tell you that, like, that just means a lot, to know that people are not going to give up on you. And especially when you're going through your mental health, because you already sometimes feel like you want to give up. Ugh, sorry. Okay. When you're going through your mental health, sometimes you feel like you already want to give up on yourself, or you feel like nobody cares and like you're done. Like, to hear someone believe in you so much more than you even freaking believe in yourself. Like that's huge, you know what I mean? So that was huge for me. And the last thing, sorry, I don't want to end this on a crying note because this was not supposed to be sad. This is actually supposed to be a positive video to kind of just help people and see what to. It's just, sorry, I'm all over the place with this. When I talk about something that's really like I care about, I'm really sensitive, it's harder for me to just like talk about it, I guess. So my mind is kind of like all over the place. But another, like the last thing that really helped my mental health was eating good quality food. I know that sounds weird because I used to be like, oh, no importa, like whatever, I used to be like that. But there are some foods that really contribute to your mental health in a negative way. And you'll know things, you know what I mean? Like everybody's different. That's why I said everybody and everybody's different. But for me personally, like I used to drink coffee all the freaking time, and I would drink coffee on an empty stomach before I drink anything else. So bad for you. Like I've didn't realize there was that much freaking research and talk about that, and I didn't know that was a whole topic on itself. But apparently it's super bad for you to do that. Not only does it like mess up like especially if you're like somebody who tends to be a little bit more anxious and then you do that, it does not help. I do want to do more topics like these. So if you guys like these types of videos, because I will be honest, like it does take a lot to sit here and be open about your mental health and that's why I was so hesitant about this. Cause I'm going to be honest, like this is very vulnerable. Like I'm putting my mental health out there, but my goal to, post these videos and talk about these videos is that like I told you guys, even if it just means one person that's watching this that I can just get to and it can resonate and it can kind of be like that, yo, like you're not alone, like, keep going, like it does get better. If I can just hit that one person, and let this get to them, that's honestly that all I care about. And honestly, I'm happy with that. Like that's my, I guess my purpose of making this video has been made if that happens. That is it for today's video. Like I said it before, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you can, go ahead and comment something below that has helped your mental health. And if you aren't already, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button at the bottom. And I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys have a safe and great weekend, and we will tune in for next week's video. Bye guys.